me, said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee you'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Ackerman. It's art by Ackerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Ackerman. Art by Ackerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Ackerman.
Oh, hey there, folks. It is Friday. It's time to open up some more mail. So appreciate you joining me. Got a few folks that are going to jump in with me. So let's go ahead and bring them on. First, you know him. He is the star of the all-new Off-World, featuring more rage, 100% more, in fact. He brings most of the recon, all of the rage. It is Blake, aka ReconRage. Blake, how you doing, sir?
I am good. Happy Friday to you and everybody watching. I made it through another week of travel.
Nice. No travel for me this week, but I did make it through the week. Had the packages build up all week, and I said, you know what? It's time. Gotta do a mail call. If it wasn't for these, I don't know that I would get my stuff opened, and it would just sit there, and I would forget what I bought.
Nice.
Yeah. We do have another guest joining us. He was recently out here with us in the States, but he's back home now, and he is customizing outdoors. Never heard of that before. Emil Wickman.
Hi there, beautiful people.
Yeah. So I understand this is your first time as well customizing outdoors. What do you think so far?
Well, I'm having a great time. It's just cool and nice, and I have my phone and my toys.
Very cool. Yeah, it looks lovely out there. Everything's green and looking beautiful.
Yeah.
This is your backyard?
It's best.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my backyard. My place of tranquility.
Very nice. Very nice. We've got a few people jumped in to watch, so give them a shout out real quick. Starting off first in, we've got James Studio Mudio. We've got Purple Ray in the house. Jeremy Govier, the Purple Demon. We got JMax77, Dub 3. Action Figure Girl is here. We've got Benny Torres, Jen Sayak, aka Lucky Sprinkles. Scrolling. I think that is it. And I think everybody but one is an actual member of the channel. So thank you very much, folks. Appreciate that. That's once again, members, $1.99. You get early access to some videos. You also get an opportunity to buy one of the new paintbrush sets, $15 shipped.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Pretty excited about that. Appreciate everybody that has jumped in and become a member. We've also had some giveaways, for extra giveaways for members and stuff. So yeah, once again, appreciate that. For less than a cup of coffee, you can subscribe for a month of Art by Ackerman. So
that's a good deal.
It's pretty decent. As Steph says, Emil is the definition of tranquility. I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that.
Thank you for that.
You know what else, Curtis? Art by Ackerman is not only less than a cup of coffee, it's low cal.
That's true.
I mean,
there's zero sugar and gluten free.
And no carbs.
No carbs. Yeah. But it still tastes great. J-Mag says, I didn't get the shave head and black glasses memo. So yeah, you guys, man, I tell you what.
Don't you guys read your memos?
What? You gotta put these on.
It's a horrible show. Come on, guys.
Like brothers, look at
it. It's my brother from another mother in another continent.
I love you, brother. I love you.
Oh man, if I shave my head and we paint ourselves blue, we could be the Blue Man Group.
There you go.
Let's see. It looks like well, I see. Oh, yeah, Dave Orkin jumped in. So welcome, Dave. Black glasses are sexy. There you go.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you.
You heard it here.
I'm gonna wear this all the time now.
Or
my wife laughs at me every time I put like them sit and customize, and they're like, "You're a really old man," and my kids are like, "Dad."
That's just
But
her way
now-
of saying that you're sexy. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear them as I'm sexy.
Or you take them off your head to rub your face in a meeting and you go like this.
Oh,
Very nice. Look at these moves that you. This should be how they do that right here. Yeah. How'd they do that? How'd they pull off shaved head and black glasses? Well, here it is, folks.
Yeah.
Jesse Marshall jumped in. We've also got Greg, formerly of the Brute Scale, says, "Sup, peeps."
What's up, Greg?
Update on the brushes. I have sent out 34 orders. So, and I'm all caught up. So everybody that had reached out to me that has purchased one, any of the ones I sent some out to a few customizers in the community. All of those orders are out. So if you are a channel member, you have not got your brushes yet and you want a set, just hit me up. Once again, $15 shipped.
I still don't get how you made that price, Curtis. I mean,
well, I'm losing money on the brushes at that price for them, but I also get the $1.99, so it offsets, but that's why it's one set. Anything after that, I'll do, if you're ordering at the same time, I'll do $20 for each set after that and throw it in the same box, which I did have a few people take advantage of.
Plus, Curtis is a really cool guy.
I try. I did want to show something though. Speaking of the brushes, so the first person that used the brushes, not me, it was actually one of my daughters, and she does a lot of canvas paintings. So I just wanted to show that she was working on it this week, and it is this one here, which is Armstrong from Green Day. She had already worked on a good portion of this, but when she got the brushes and she worked on the hair, and her words were that she said that they felt really good and that they hold paint well. So that was her feedback. She said one of the best set of brushes she's ever used. So yeah.
Until your daughter, she got skills. That's nice work.
Yeah.
I'm happy. She was doing a lot of art stuff when she was here, and they just recently moved out. My twins got an apartment together, and so I was worried that when she moved out, she wouldn't kind of find time for that stuff. But it's nice to see she's got a easel set up. She's already painting and working on things. So yeah, that's cool.
That's great.
Yeah. Let's see. Going back to the chat, I am, because everything else is silent, says gonna need one of those sets. His brother, old Trevor Williams, is out in San Diego Comic-Con right now, having a good time. Seeing a lot of cool stuff dropping from San Diego, new toys and whatnot.
We haven't seen that many videos from there. We need more videos.
We need more videos. We've seen pictures, but not a lot of videos. Yeah.
Badass reviews. They had an interview with Eric. Carlos had an interview with Eric. I saw that today.
Oh,
but
nice.
We need more.
Yeah, Carlos has done a few more little short ones for badass reviews, but yeah, it's just a few though. I'm sure those guys I'm sure they're slammed. They're busy. They're going a million miles an hour today, especially yesterday. I think by this afternoon, you guys know how it is, even at Legion's Con, right? That first day at Legion's Con, you were like your head spinning everywhere.
I heard that, the first day, Wednesday, which it doesn't start till late on Wednesday, but my understanding was their allocation for the Mythic role-playing game night, the Paladin Cleric, sold out in 10 minutes. So their whole allocation for the first day. Yeah.
Not a surprise.
So seems like people are pretty interested in it. Sounds like there's a lot of hype going on there. So,
I wonder how fast their barbarians, the legendary barbarians, their allocation for those are selling out also.
You know what? I had asked on Wednesday on Jeremy's show, but he had so many people on screen and stuff to go through that he wasn't even really catching the comments and stuff. But like they sent that the ogre Kurzog, the big statue, they sent that to San Diego. Like I don't know how. Like they had like multiple waves there in a glass case. They had Kurzog. They had this whole big giant role play. Like I don't know how they got all that out there.
Crates. It's all
crazy.
crates and investment. But yeah, I mean that's the show to do it. If you're going to do it, you got to.
Yeah, I was just like amazed that they had that big of a setup out there. It's crazy. And then I had posted something in our off-world chat asking because I saw some DC figures that I thought were really cool, and I'm like, well, who does these? And turned out it was Beast Kingdom, and they had like handwritten signs, and I'm like, come on, guys. This is San Diego Comic-Con. You can't be handwriting signs, you know? And if you are going to handwrite signs, you better say that's because the money that you saved on printing, you passed on to your customers. You better say that. Like we handwrite signs so that we can pass the savings on to you.
Yeah. Oof, that's rough.
But on that Wednesday show, we also got to see the character sheets for the role-playing game that heard a little Emil Wickman had a hand in. So yeah. So what was that like?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun to get the opportunity to do the character sheet. Because playing D&D and there are so many things you can do in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure first how much can I redo it.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be recognizable for D&D players, but I figure that also need to there are possibilities to make it easier to understand for new players.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a mix of that.
As I was looking at the character sheet, I was looking for like a section where you would have like a backpack filled with poop. And I didn't see that in there. Is that something that is coming later? Do you know, or?
My best friend here in Sweden, he was like, you really need a box where you just have the kill counts. And I'm like, I'm not going to add that. You must add that because that's the most important thing. And if you're a player, it's not important at all, but it's one of those super fun things.
It's important. Here's our Legion's Quest
I
one.
know. I just didn't feel that it was inappropriate to include it on the cheat. But of course it's important,
You'll notice the little asterisk there because I killed an NPC friend of ours. So I still counted it as a kill, but it's got an asterisk. So
yeah, well, it's not fun when you accidentally kill one of your friends. I did that once.
I didn't accidentally kill him.
Oh.
he was it appeared as though he was going to die, and so I gave him a hero's death. So yeah. So
that's not how I killed my friend.
But yeah, that's really awesome, man. So
yeah.
So obviously you bring a lot of stuff to Legion's Con. You're busy with that. You've got a full-time job, and you just came out here to Michigan. So how do you fit in time to do that for the studio? Like that's crazy.
I asked my kids to go away.
Oh, that's
no, I'm just kidding.
Strategy. No, I've been doing that.
No. It's no. I mean, you need to fit in time for your hobby.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's also a lot of fun to do, I mean, we all have 24 hours. We just need to, skip a couple of hours of Netflix. No, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of things you want to do, Curtis. There are a lot of things you want to do, and I guess that's a juggling thing for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
for everyone. Sure. So it's
Yeah, it's called the magic words.
I don't have a good answer for you. That's it. Sorry, Blake.
No, you're good. The magic answer would be prioritizing. I've got friends that are in retirement, and I ask them, they're like, "Man, I still don't have enough time to get the stuff done," and they're not even working. So it ends up having to be like, which is a good problem to have, I think, right? When you have lots to do, that's actually keeps you busy, keeps your mind sharp, and keeps you young.
I agree. And the trickiest thing for me in the past have been to prioritize my own time. And with that, I mean, like, because you want to spend time with your family, with your friends, and you have work, and then it's like I become the worst version of myself when I don't have enough of my own time. You know, I mean, it's like an introvert person, like you recharge your batteries alone. And I mean, I love people, I love my family, but we've also learned that this is something that I need, you know.
Yeah.
And that can be anything. That can be just mobile games or customizing or whatever it is. Sitting out here and customize. That's why I talked to Curtis just before the show. I just want to see what's up.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to go live. You want to come on with me?
Yeah.
He's like, sure. I'm just customizing outside. Well, we have two theories here, Emil. One is from Steph. She says Emil is a Renaissance man. And Jeremy says Emil never sleeps. So how much truth is in either of those?
My wife do say that I sleep, that I don't sleep enough. She just but
I would never sleep if I lived in a place called Isamil. I mean, I'm sorry. Did I say that right?
I think you mean Horrors of I'm So Small. So,
oh, that's who. But...
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I mean, as cool as that was, like, so, you know, whenever there's a new, whether it's Figure Obscura or with Mythic Legions, whatever, whenever Jeremy drops a story, Darla reads the story to me. So as a new thing drops, Darla reads it to me, right? And I just sit there on the bed and she reads it and I listen. And so imagine our surprise when we're doing that earlier this week. And then all of a sudden a character for Burris comes up that's his wife, and her name is Burla, and she's a seamstress. And it was pretty priceless.
That was amazing.
She was like, wait, what? Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Go, Darla, for being awesome.
Yeah.
No kidding. And a seamstress. No kidding.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm gonna open up some of this mail. I don't know if you guys got anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. Starting off with this one, which is StarWarsGeek Custom Parts, which is Dave Castle in the Mythic Legions Cabal. And I had ordered something from him, not even realizing that he was in the Cabal because I didn't recognize the name of the company, but I had ordered off of eBay. And he reached out to me because what I was ordering, he knows that, you know, obviously I customize Legions, and what I was ordering wasn't necessarily sized for like a Legion. And so he wanted to see like what size I needed. And I'm glad that he did, because it's actually for a McFarlane custom, and it's kind of a weird Build-A-Figure. And so I didn't know the size. So I ended up buying 2 prints from him. And so he scaled it with 2 different ones, which I will show here in a second. But it is for this Solomon Grundy. So I bought this Build-A-Figure Solomon Grundy. He has no hands right now, but that's this one. And I'm not a big fan of the head. Like the head, it's cool looking. It's a cool looking head, but it's not a cool Solomon Grundy head for me. And the size of it, I think, is just a little bit small. So I found these from him, and we're gonna see. So I've got me big of myself real quick. So this is the one that I got from him.
That's cool.
And so he printed it up, you know, I think, what did he do? It was like 24 millimeters was one from side to side, and the other one's 26. So yeah, we'll try both of those, and I think that's going to work. The only thing is, like, because of the way that this like collar piece is, his hair is getting in the way, so it's making it kind of him look downward. But I think that's going to work. I think that one will work. This one I might be a little bit too big. We'll see. That one's a little bit too big. But I think the other one's going to work great. I just might have to either cut the back of this like coat a little bit so that the hair sits down, or trim the hair. Or build up the neck is another option. I guess that would work. I could
Build up the neck.
Yeah. It looks kind of weird without him having hands because it looks like he's got stubby arms, but yeah, I think that one's going to work. So, Dave, appreciate it. Once again, that was StarWarsGeek Customs. He's got an eBay store. I believe I saw him say that he's going to make it to Legions Con too. I guess some tables opened up.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if somebody is not coming this year or if Jeremy found some more space from the hotel. But there's his stickers. So
those are cool.
Have pretty cool stickers. I like stickers. Stickers are nice. So yeah, thanks, Dave. One of those will definitely work, with some customizing. All right, let me get this out of the way. And then I got this from A to Z Toy Hobby on eBay. Now, this is something that I saw somebody recommend in a different group, and I'm always trying stuff for the channel to see, what works. And this is a joint strengthening pen. So for any of you that have like loose joints on your figures and stuff, for years I've used Kiki's. I've tried some other things. Somebody was recommending this, and I guess it is it looks like a Sharpie, and you just kind of rub it on the joints, and it's similar to like Kiki's where it kind of tightens it up. So it just kind of looks like a.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you just kind of find the spot on the joint that you want to tighten up a bit. You rub that on there, I guess, and it's supposed to tighten it.
Have you tried it yet?
Let me know.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I'll try it, and then if it works, I'll do a video on it. I did have some people reach out to me about the paint markers that I opened up a few weeks ago. It was like AK paint markers. So far, I'm not impressed. So if you saw that video and you're like, hey, how come he hasn't done a video on that showing it? I've tried it on a couple things, and it was just did not want to stick to the plastic. It just, it wasn't good. So I'll keep trying it. If I find a good use for it, I'll do a video, but I'm not going to recommend something that doesn't work. But this is what I picked up, and like I said, I will let you guys know what I find out. So
I'm going to be just like Action Figure Girl there and just say, if it works, I need to buy myself some stock, and I'm going to rub it on my joints because.
Yeah, Darla made that same as soon as I ordered it. So, and then we got this. Well, I got two more things to open. I'll say Blake's for last. So we'll have Edge for a little bit. So this is from Toy Mercs, Legions magazine. So you may have seen, I did an episode recently with Jesse on Shooting the Shelf, where we talked to the guys from Legions magazine, which is a brand new magazine that is featuring photography from our community. So people do toy photography. They post stuff on Instagram, and these guys reach out to them, see if they want to be in their magazine, and then they put a magazine out. So there's physical media of their stuff, which I think is just super cool. So I ordered, there was one issue already out. So I ordered that, and then there was another one on pre-order, and oh my goodness, they sent me just a plethora of stuff. A lot of stickers. I just talked about how I like stickers. So here's from Digital Ronin, who's one of the guys that was on the show with us. We've got Toy Mercs Our Legion. We got Legions magazine. I mean, these guys, they spent some money on stickers. Have fun, be creative, don't be dicks to each other.
Like it.
Pretty good.
Don't be Richards. Do not be Richards.
DMW, Deadman 1. He's the other one that was on the show with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is it. There's a lot of more of those same stickers I've shown, but those are all the different ones. And then this is issue 1 of Legions magazine.
Nice.
So they do like a creator spotlight where they like kind of spotlight one person.
You know who's on the cover, whose figure that is, right?
What? Yeah.
That's you, buddy.
That's freaking awesome.
Isn't that the figure that you did for Carlos?
Yeah. Yep. I did.
Yeah,
well, that's the cover of issue 1. So And then they do
I'm extremely honored.
They do another spotlight.
No, I didn't take the photo.
So no, you did not take the photos. And then the spotlight on the back, and then when you open it up, there's just a bunch of toy photography on the inside. So it's similar to the stuff that you would find on Instagram, but now you've got a physical copy of it, and I just think it's kind of cool. I think it's something to be supported. They've also got some articles in here, just kind of talking about different things, different tips on Photoshop tutorial, some different things like that.
If they ship to Sweden?
I don't know. But if they don't, you can pick up one when you're here in America. So
I was going to say, Emil, the dead man lives literally like just a few minutes north of me. I can grab a copy for you, and at Legion's Con, I'll bring it for you. But you got to sign my copy because you're famous.
I didn't take the photo. That's about the photos.
You created the figure, though. The photo wouldn't be a photo without your figure.
I mean, just some really cool shots in here, and it has all of the IG addresses for all the people. So you give them all a follow, and then you make your Instagram cooler, and it's all good. So some Batman. Who doesn't like Batman?
Those photos are amazing.
They're great. So excited for that. And
that was a really cool idea.
It is.
Go and do that.
Cool. Oh, and you know what? Looks like he sent a few extra copies. So I've got 2 extra copies. So we'll probably do those as giveaways then. So
that's cool.
So actually, Emil, I will save one of these for you for Legion's Con, and then I've got one for a giveaway. And let's see what else.
Maybe you should have them both for giveaways, and I'll buy one if they're still available. Then since they was kind enough to send them.
Man. Did find another sticker. So you go, Toy Mercs Legions magazine. Let's see. Got this one here. It's kind of cool. Little samurai looking. And let's see. Got a note with a little zombie on it. So from Digital Ronin himself, he says, thanks so much for having us on your show. It was a ton of fun. We appreciate it. We included some extra magazines and stickers for you to give to whoever you deem worthy. Emil, I very much deem you worthy. Welcome to the Toy Mercs. I don't think it's contagious, which on the show they said it was contagious. So I don't know, but I'm getting conflicting messages. But yeah, check it out. This is a great way to support a couple guys that are also supporting, photographers in the community, and getting people's work out there. Like, there's so many folks in our community that, struggle with like imposter syndrome or, just not thinking that anybody's appreciating their stuff and everything like that. Imagine that somebody reaches out to you and they say, hey, we would like to feature one of your photos in our magazine. And now it's on people's coffee tables and it's out there and people are seeing it. And now they're giving them a follow because they saw it in a magazine. It's just a really cool thing for our community. I think it should be supported. So yeah.
Agreed. So cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
So check it out. Legion's Magazine. I think it's just legionsmagazine.com to order it. So checking out the comments. Let's see. Steph says printed material. I'm dying. Darla Ackerman's here. I know her.
Hello,
wonderful. Hi,
Darla. Yeah. So she's saying hello to everybody. Steph says I'm famous on my own. Oh, you're famous, especially in the Glyos world. Yeah, Bill does those Glyos episodes, and everybody's like, "We need Steph there." So, all right. So, last one I've got is from Blake himself, aka ReconRage. Okay, let's see what we got. Feels like multiple things. All right, let's see. First off, we've got a Justice League book that is like sealed. I don't know what this is. It's like a little mini comic book.
Yeah, I believe so. And I believe those were handed out those are like little collectible magazines that are very not. I think they were hard to get at one point.
It's very cool. It's very much the kind of Silver Age style outfits and stuff that I like. So yeah, that's cool. Let me actually open that real quick.
Yeah.
Kirby's already using the new days that we heard on Wednesday. Yeah, Mythos has different days than us. So yeah, apparently this is it Zyday or Z-Day?
Zyday. It's Zyday.
Zyday.
Friday.
There you go. Happy Zyday, everybody. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice artwork. Christian, is it Dooch? But yeah, that's pretty nice. Let me embiggen myself. Yeah, that's pretty nice
cool.
artwork. Yeah, I like that. Little self-contained comic. So yeah, that's nice. I like that. And then ooh, all right. Blake earned points today. Look at this Silver Hawks comic book. Heck yeah, that's awesome.
1 in 500 virgin cover. So you've got
that is sweet.
Wow.
Number one. That's number one.
Don't
also
break that in two.
No, I'm not going to break this in two.
I thought maybe that would be really
awesome.
cool to get one of those hard cases you could slide it in.
Yeah,
and then put it in your display case behind your vac metal collection.
Yeah, I did cave and get the vac metal Monstar that was just available from Super 7. I'm mad at Brian Flynn, but I keep buying his toys, so I guess I'm not that mad. I don't know. He's like that boyfriend that I just keep going back to, even though I know he treats me bad. So,
oh,
you're comfortable in abuse.
No.
But I gotta have the Silverhawks, man. So, but yeah, it was the third Monstar they've put out. So they put out one, and they were like, okay, we know it's not the one you want, so here's the second one that's more like the one that you want. We unfortunately can't make the one exactly like you want. And then they put out a third one that's exactly the one that people wanted.
That's nuts.
So yeah, so some people have bought 3 Monstars. I unfortunately have only bought 2. So I didn't spend as much as the people that have bought 3, but yeah.
So their plan succeeded.
Yeah, it did. It did. The only one that I will not have bought twice will be Copper Kid, because I just held off on it. And my luck will be that they lose the license, or they just kind of shut down altogether before they give me a vac metal Copper Kid. And then I'm just stuck with no Copper Kid. So who's my favorite, by the way? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've never seen the show, so I guess I have to watch an episode or so.
I loved him as a kid. Like what I loved about Motu was that the villains were so like they all had like their own little gimmick. They're just very cool names, and just I don't know, they were just very cool. Like the villains were cool, and that's what makes the show. And Silverhawks is very much that way. It's got iconic villains with cool names and cool gimmicks. And then my favorite part, I was in the here in America, we had a thing called the Young Astronauts Club, and you would go to this like after school thing, and you would learn about space and the moon landing and all this kind of stuff, and just kind of know what it takes to become an astronaut. And you would then throughout the year, like you would do certain projects and things, and you would get points and that kind of thing. And one summer while I was in the Young Astronauts Club, my mom took me to, in Ohio, they've got a Neil Armstrong museum, and it's amazing. It is just awesome. But at the, back to what I was talking about is on the Silverhawks at the end of each episode, kind of like what they would do in He-Man, they would do like the little moral at the end of the episode. At the end of Silverhawks, they did this like little astronomy trivia. So they would have Copper Kid would get in this like simulator, and then they would ask him questions about like our solar system and stuff. And then he would have to answer these multiple choice questions, and you would answer along with him. And it was just, I don't know, it was just making learning fun. And I just super enjoyed it. So
making learning fun. I like that.
Yeah. I think that's something you know a little bit about, right?
I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah. I've heard that you've been pretty successful with it. No short stories you want to share or anything?
I think it's. I mean, are you talking about my school experiences or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I was.
you've tried to make it to where like the kids enjoy learning, right?
Yeah. We. I actually made games that we played that I played with my students,
Mhm.
and the games got more and more elaborate. So the final year we did this, we had how does the world works? You know, how does
Mhm.
it all come together? So I made a game that every class, the classroom was divided in 3 rows.
Mhm.
And so everyone had to, this was the northern hemisphere of the earth, this was the southern hemisphere, and the center.
Mhm.
And they had a sheet that they had to roll dices and make sure to see what kind of terrain types their own separate land country would have. And then they have to use these resources to um, that was the foundation of their country. Then they made cities, and then you research stuff and you traded, and we had this world map in the classroom. And of course you have to, every week it's like, now you have to do what's your new population, and then
Mm.
you have to calculate that, because we had some formulas that I made up, and then they
Mhm.
had to do all the different calculations, and then they reported it. So we have a website that every day you could see like the progress of these countries, and then you can see
It
that.
sounds like the game Sims. Like it sounds like you created Sims before Sims.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was to see how everything works. Pretty instantly there was one girl who was like, I basically just deserts and a couple of mountain areas. There's
Yeah.
not a chance I can feed my people. And that was one of the struggles. So okay, fun start of a game, right?
Mhm.
Bad. And it's like, one of the key things was that it's not fair. That we can't make a fair game. The world isn't fair.
Mhm.
So they solved these things. I made different rules on this world map. They could build and construct trade routes. So after a while, especially the girls was good at making trade routes. So it was cheaper to send food to the other countries, and all of these things. And it was really fun when we finally added the concept of war. I
Oh boy.
avoided that for a long time, but it's like,
Yeah.
I need to incorporate this at one time. And then, obviously you understood how expensive it was to keep an army at bay,
Mhm.
and the poor countries, they were like, I can't do this. So instantly 3 girls, they were like, let's start this foundation called Peace. And then they made a recruitment video that we put out on the website, like, in peace we believe in this and this and this. And then so the guys were like, let's make war. And there was especially one guy who was like really out, and he instantly attacked one of the really weak girls and was like, I'm gonna take everything you have. And we have a dice game based on that. And basically every one of the girls, they joined in that battle, and they annihilated him. They crushed his troops, and he was sitting there, and he started to cry. And I was like, shit, okay. He was crying so bad, and I called his mother after school, and I was like, explained what had happened, and she was like, good.
Yeah.
He
That's a
really
life
needed to
lesson.
understand that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if you
okay,
if you
so
bully
that was
somebody, I mean, bullies are always bullies until they come across a bigger one, right?
yeah, yeah,
Once they get popped in the nose, that usually kind of turns that around. So
yeah. So that was one of the things to make it fun. And that, obviously we incorporate a lot of things, how to the history works, what's a flag, how does the country grow up, and each country have all of these stats, and you compare it in Google Docs, and you can see the whole population in graphs. We did, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure they would have to like, trade between countries and stuff because depending on what region you're in, there's something that you may have in abundance of,
Yeah,
but somebody else's it's a scarce resource and vice versa. And so yeah,
yeah,
it
that,
sounds
that- and
like
that
a
was
lot of
really
fun.
interesting to see how everyone started to do. And at one time we were nominated for a prize. So we didn't win, but we were one of the top 3 in this competition of how to incorporate IT equipment, learning in different ways, and that was fun. They made
That's
us
awesome.
a short TV, or not TV, but a program about us. I think Microsoft did something about that, so that was fun.
That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, I mean, anytime that you can make learning fun, I'm all for it. So, but yeah, that's about what I had today. I opened this. Oh, I did have one more piece of mail. I'm not going to show it, but I got a check from my electric company because apparently we've paid too much over the last, several months. But instead of just taking it off my current bill, which is like sky high because of air conditioning, they send me a check. They do this like twice a year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they do that, but okay.
Well, so it's money basically.
It is money, but it's like,
That's
why not
fun.
just apply it towards my current bill? Like instead, you just send me a check for $30-something. So, all right.
I just wish my electric company out here in Portland would stop raising my rates, let alone give me money back.
Yeah. Well, mine's, even though the kids have moved out, like a lot of things have gone down price wise with the kids moving out. Electric is not one of them because I keep the thermostat set pretty low. I like it cool. So, typically it's like 75, 76 in here. Or sorry, 65 or 66 in here. Which I don't know what that is for you, Emil. It's like 20. I don't know. Your numbers are weird. Yeah. Is it warm out there right now for you guys, or is it like compared to when you were out here in Michigan? How does it compare in Sweden right now?
It's just as hot.
Oh, really?
When I got home, it was like it had been raining for some time, but this last week it has been, I'm not sure, maybe it's around 90 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe around there. But that was, I was surprised this evening when I got out, and it's like, this is nice. I need to take the chance to, really.
So when you're customizing out there, you're not painting, right? You're like doing like popping and swapping and cutting or sculpting. Or
I took one of these boxes out, and then I have figures here in my hand and stuff. So I was thinking like, I can do some carving, I can do some sanding, I can do some gluing, stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna give me an hour of peace here.
I like that. A nice little game plan. So
yeah.
Very cool. Anything you guys got coming up that you want to talk about? We'll start with you, Blake. And you got, well, I know you were just recently on a show this past Sunday, right? Talking Warhammer. For anybody that didn't catch it, that was Wraith Mace, right?
Wraith Mace, Toy Hammer After Dark. Yeah. And Emil, I might see you here soon, I hear.
Yeah. Yeah,
very
I'm
nice.
Looking forward to that. And I have to watch that show with you now.
Yeah, that was So that was last Sunday. It was the Toy Hammer.
If any of you have never seen Blake's Warhammer collection, check that out. He like goes and shows it, and it is quite impressive. Like, I'm not a Warhammer guy, but it's quite impressive. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't have many figures now, but I still love it. I still, look at the figures. I have still friends who play it a lot. I'm just. Is it or are you? Is it for Warhammer? Is it Fantasy, Age of Sigmar, or is 40K the future version?
So I've been involved with all of it. Just the lore and everything for years, long time. But the Joy Toy, I have every Joy Toy figure released.
Oh my God. I keep looking at them. I have like 3, maybe just 3, but it's like, I love them. So it's really the Joy Toy collection. Oh, holy moly. Come on. I'm going to be rich one day, and then I'm going to buy all of them as well.
Yeah, you'll have to check out that episode that he did with Wraith Mace, because he shows his collection, and it is quite impressive. So
I will.
Yeah. So you had that this past week, Blake, but you got anything else coming up?
Well, I mean, the cool show that we all want to log into on our Friday nights tonight. Let's go off-world at
With
6
100% more
p.m.
rage. Yeah.
Yeah, with a little bit more of me. And yep, so 6 p.m. out here on the West Coast and 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and you figure out your time in the middle.
There you go.
And yeah, that's
Tonight's going to be
how
special too because we're determining the best Batmobile ever. We've got a bracket set up. We've picked out 32 of the best Batmobiles, and which, by the way, I didn't realize how many Batmobiles there were until I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll put together a bracket for Batmobiles." There's literally hundreds of Batmobiles, but we picked out 32 of the kind of the best ones, and we're going to determine which one is the best Batmobile ever. So
Tricky.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then next year, you've got something going on in the Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah. So next year, shooting for end of May, June. I'm getting ready to finalize the date. I'm just a couple more things I'm working through. I know we've got time, but I want to give as much update. We will be doing, as we well know, the West Coast, which was California, was doing a Mythic meetup, which I went to my first one this year down in Sacramento. Had a blast. Me and Curtis hung out, a whole bunch of other people. It was a great time, great connection. And I've been inspired to bring a Mythic sanctioned event to the Pacific Northwest for Oregon and Seattle. So next year we will have a Legion meetup because I want to make it 4 Horsemen all encompassing, not just Mythic. I want it to be Mythic, Cosmic, and Figure Obscura. So we're going to have a 4 Horsemen Legion meetup next year, and it's I'm shooting for a pool party, a photography contest, and then of course all the other fun fare that we do.
Very cool.
So Emil, you might have to come on out to the Pacific Northwest. I mean, I know it's a lot to see my Warhammer collection in person.
I do. Oh, you teaser. Oh,
Very cool. That's awesome. And then before we go to Emil Blake, San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend. MJ's talking about all the sick reveals that have been coming out. One or two things that you've seen that you're like, man, I'm all about that.
Wow. Well, I don't collect the Mondo.
One or two. Yeah,
I don't collect the Mondo figures, but some of those Mondo releases looking pretty impressive. Of course, geez, I mean, that's a tough one. There's some really cool ones. I did like the Monstar Vac Metal. Yeah, I think I like that one. And then I like the Jada toys, the releases. So I'm big on the Jada toy figures, like the the Cyberpunk and the Street Fighter, and then all their Scooby-Doo, all their other ones. So I thought those look really, really cool. There was a lot though. The 200, the Mondo 200X, and all the He-Man and Masters of the Universe stuff. Yeah.
Hoping for a Trap Jaw in there in the future.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Trap Jaw is awesome.
Awesome. Emil, obviously we talked about your work on the Mythic role-playing game, which is awesome. Anything else you got coming up that people should be aware of?
Nothing to be aware of. I'm just gonna sit here and customize a little bit.
Awesome. So they'll see all your cool stuff at Legion's Con and apparently on Wraithmates soon. Talking some Warhammer.
Soon, yeah. So I won't have a collection like Blake to show off. I have a couple of figures, but it's talking about the love for the line, the top love for that lore. I mean, we'll have to start there. Other than that, it's gonna be some more. I have a couple of customs, quite a lot of customs that I'm preparing in many different stages, and they've been on my desk for a long time. I haven't shown much, but I think it's time to. Some of them, they sit on my desk for 6 months, or and just mature, and it's so fun that you're like, when you don't stress about it, and then suddenly it's like, that's the way to do that thing, So that is what I'm, what I have in my hand right now. That's one of those things. That's why I really want to do that. And for customs, I'm not sure if I should. It's Legion's Con, right? That's everything for me. Leads up to Legion's Con now, and I have been working for some time now to put together a book with all my customs.
Very nice.
and
Ooh,
I'm
that's
not
good.
sure if there is any interest in that for someone else at all. I'm not a salesperson.
Dude,
I don't know, but
we just talked about it, man. Physical media, like people love it. Like
yeah.
this stuff, this
But
is
those are amazing photos. I have the photos that I have on
your
my desk.
customs are amazing customs.
Thank you. So some I've been working on that for some time, and my plan is to have a book with figures, at Legion's Con.
Well,
I go ahead, Blake.
I mean, you made a what? A children's Christmas book. I don't think that this would be that hard to do. I think putting your stuff out there would be very easy to do. And I think the physical media, like Curtis said, and anybody out there in the chat, I mean, you would have no problem. How many copies of your Christmas book have you sold by any chance? You and Nate's book.
I don't know, but we've sold quite a few. I mean, I'm very, very happy with how that sold, So
Yeah.
obviously not many are buying it in July, but I mean, before Christmas and after
What's wrong with you
Christmas,
people? Go out and buy that Christmas book. Come on.
yeah, but that was so much fun, and it gave me some ideas. So, Curtis almost made me do another, put up my other children's book there.
Mercs' treasure. Yep.
Yes, and so this all led onward to, okay, let's do. There you go.
Now you need his other one, Blake. You need the Mercs' treasure.
Yes, I do need that one.
Which also is available on YouTube, which is spectacular. I love watching it. It's like one of my favorite things to watch around Christmas time.
I love this segment. I don't know. That looks like is that you and Darla, Curtis?
It might be. It might be Burris and Burla.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that would be a future book. So yeah. So this is, but it would be quite heavy, this book.
Yeah.
You'll see. I want to include. There won't be. Probably. I mean, I'll probably miss a few, but there are a lot of figures, and
So,
I'm also getting close to. It's not just gonna be tribute figures in that book, but I've almost done 100 tribute figures.
wow.
And I was like, I think I have a list. I think it's like 4 or 5 left before it's 100 tribute figures, and that's
crazy.
that feels a bit crazy actually. It's been a lot of fun,
So with this book, are you think it's going to be all customs, or are you going to have, because you've dabbled in other forms of art as well, whether it's, animated, pencil drawings, photography, different, so are you going to have any of that stuff in there, or is it just going to be customs? Okay.
No, this is a customs book for,
Gotcha.
let's say I don't sell a single copy. I'm just saying that because, and I'm being totally honest with this. But for me, it's like when I realized how many figures I've done, and I see them on Instagram, and I'm looking for reference for myself what I've done, and I'm like, I want a book just to have a book of these. I just want to have them together.
That's exactly what I told Darla about my paintbrushes. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is the brand that I use all the time. It's the brushes that I would want in a set. If nobody buys them, I'm going to be able to paint for the next 1,000 years. Yeah. you know what I'm saying? Like I've got, because like, this is what I'm going to use. So yeah. I hear what you're saying. Like, and obviously people will buy it because A, they're interested, and B, they want to support you. But yeah, sometimes it's just like, I just need to get this bug out of my system. This is something I need to be in existence. Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah. That's where I'm at with this. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. MJ's asking if they can pay for the customs book now. So you've got to wait. But yeah, it is coming. So.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. I mean, I don't know how many I will bring to Legion's Con, but I will make sure that it's available because I'm gonna sell it through Amazon.
So you do think it'll be done by Legion's Con though?
What?
You think it'll be done by Legion's Con?
Oh, that is my absolute goal. So I wanted to be available ahead of Legion's Con, just about that. But I probably won't be able to. I mean, it's gonna be hardback cover, hardcover. So I don't know how many I will bring because I'm not I'm gonna sell this many. I'll bring a
I think you're going to
small
sell
amount.
more than you think you're going to sell.
Oh yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know, but I'm gonna we can talk about that later. In my head, it's like 10, 20 books I might be bringing or something. It's like,
Yeah, you're crazy.
You're nuts, Emil. I mean, think about how many. I'm telling you, you've had to sell thousands of these. Easy.
we can talk more about that later then. Okay, but as in my head now, that's where I'm at. So but I'll change maybe.
One other thing that I'll throw out there before we change the subject is that there's people out there that admire your work, love your work, but maybe they can't afford a custom from you because it's not a cheap thing. But if they could have a book with those pictures and they could have it in their house, like that's something that people would want to have. Like there's people that's going to be in a price range where they're like, yes, I need this. So just saying. But
thank you.
Okay, but I know talking about yourself is not something you enjoy. So San Diego Comic-Con, what's one or two things that you've seen that you're like, yes, I'm excited for that?
I haven't seen, well, I would say that it's the Mondo Trapjo that they have not shown, but then they, when they said that Mondo 2000X, it's like if they don't do Trapjaw, so I'm a Trapjaw freak, that's a but I'm also very excited about the Mythic Legions characters, the new Paladin and Cleric. So those are two of my things.
Very cool.
I bet you your Trapjaw, the one you want.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the big day. Saturday's the big day of San Diego Comic-Con. They always release different figures each day. They don't release everything.
They for that 2000X though, they've already announced the first four, which are Clawful, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, and He-Man. So I don't think we're going to see anything else from the 2000X the rest of this weekend.
Curtis, you don't know. Possible. Come on,
it's possible.
Me live. It's like
they could put out digital renders for the next four. We could.
Yeah, that's
I only have the Mondo Trapjaw that's out now. With the black legs, of course.
Yep.
But I saw the digital render of the Triclops Mondo, and I was like,
that's the last one I need.
I'm struggling with not getting more.
With my Mondo collection, if I get that Triclops, that's one I've been waiting for.
But I also have a shopping cart. Actually, I have two shopping carts with like 10 Joy Toy Warhammer 40K figures that I've not pressed order on. So it's like a mental thing here.
As soon as you see Blake's episode, you'll definitely hit that.
I think so. And I am actually I'm working on a 40K tribute. It's not a commission, but so it's I won't promise that it will be done by Legion's Con, but my hope is that, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's one of my favorite factions.
So would it happen to be a World Eater, or
It's gonna be we because I'm not gonna promise that this one will be there, but I love the idea of having it.
Well, cool. Well, I'm bringing all the money that I need in case it does show up.
Awesome. Well, I love having this conversation. I'm gonna have to wrap it up though, because I got to get to the movies. We're gonna go see Fantastic Four. But before I do, a couple things that I saw. Triclops for Mondo. That's the one I've been waiting on. I'm still waiting on my Evelyn, which I ordered. But once I get her and Triclops, I feel like I'm done with the 12-inch Mondos. The 2000X, which are 1/12 scale, might be a different story. Might have to get some of them. And then today I saw that Mafex showed a Lobo, and it looks it's only Yeah, it's only like an unpainted prototype, but just the sculpt of it looks amazing. So yeah, can't wait for that. So but as far as what I've got coming up, obviously we've got Off-World tonight. We'll have PGG on Saturday, Shooting the Shelf on Sunday, and Monday I've got a new How They Do That dropping with D Amazing. We are talking about posing action figures, and he gives us a little tutorial on how to pose your action figures. So tune in for that. And that is all I've got. Thank you for, man, I do have one more thing, folks. I got one more thing. I'm sorry. Good friend of ours, Jonathan, Hedgehog Action. He is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe he's not already there. He puts out some great content. He's got some awesome reviews. They do the Saturday Day Live on that channel. And then he hits a lot of the shows on the East Coast and does like walkarounds and shows you like what's on the tables and stuff. So if you haven't already subscribed to Hedgehog Action on YouTube, this is for you.
Hedgehog Action, the race to 1,000. Subscribe now, or get poked by a porcupine. Run, 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 run. Race to 1,000. Subscribe to Hedgehog Action on YouTube. Eat shit, Sonic Hedgehog Action is faster. Eat to do every other hedgehog. Because Jonathan is the best to leave that goody goo.
You know what? I'm going to stop the outro for a second because I saw that Rygon hopped in. I wanted to say hi. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
What up, Ryan?
Yeah. Now back to the outro.